Whoa, hey, wrong screen. Holy shit. How did that happen? Hold on. Which one is it? Wait, where am I? What am I doing? There I am. I hit the wrong button. Hey, what's up, everyone? Guess what? It's over again, but this time for real. Yes. Cheers to everybody out there. If you're a gamer, it's a great time. Thank you, first off, for tuning into the stream, everybody. It's fun speculation. Mav here. We didn't have PM in the PM tonight, our regularly scheduled show that was set for 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Pong Soul, who is the host of PM in the PM, had some really cool family stuff that he had to attend to. So that show will be back next week, but we still have tomorrow's show, Xbox Ultimate Podcast, which is going to be very interesting because guess what just happened? You remember when Tom Warren said last week, oh, Friday the 13th, expecting the ABK news on Friday the 13th of the closing? Well, guess what just happened? Guess what just literally freaking happened before closing of stock trade, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Stocks have been halted. ABK stocks have been halted. Pending news for tomorrow. If there is no better evidence that this is actually done, this is over. There ain't no other reason why. Shout out to Destin Legary, who had posted the tweet showing that, and then also have seen other people corroborate as well that the stocks have been halted. This is over, everybody. The transfer is beginning. The news is happening tomorrow. And it's a done deal. ABK belongs to Xbox, and it's over. This saga, this almost 2-year saga, 18 months, 19 months, no, longer than that, 21 months, over 20 months of people saying this was never going to happen. People saying it was over, not in this kind of way, but in the other way. For a long time, we stood by and said, no, it's still going to happen. No, it's still going to happen. One point said it's 100%. It's over. Cheers. And you say I got the right root beer? Barks has bite, baby. That's right. What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Why is so serious? Thanks for hanging out here. Poison Maniac, what's up? Alvin, what's up, dude? Web Dave, bruh. What's up, Dave? What's up, Miss K's TV? How's it going with you? Emerson Morse, how's it going? How are you doing? The Black Knight, how's it going? Spartan661, how are you doing? Monster530, what's up, dude? Got FARK in the house. Alfrez, it is time. It is time. Is it official? Antonio Newman says they haven't made the announcement post yet, but it's a thing. Like, they have literally halted trading for ABK before the closing of the market. They have halted trading of ABK pending news tomorrow. Tom Warren said this was going to happen. Tom Warren has never been wrong. Tom Warren said that Friday was going to come the announcement. Friday the 13th, which we talked about on a stream last week, was going to be a dark day for many. It was going to be a dark day for many, but not around here. Not around these parts. It's going to be a bright day. If you are in the Xbox ecosystem, if you are a subscriber to Game Pass, even if you just like Activision Blizzard games. Yes, it's a win for you as well, no matter what platform you play on. I will say that as well. What's up, RSJ fan? Andrew Cullinane, how's it going? It's Tim A, what's up? What's for dinner? Oh, we're having jambalaya tonight, man. We're having chicken and sausage jambalaya. I just grilled the chicken. I just grilled the sausage. Kate's got all the fixings worked up. She's gonna put it all together, and it's gonna be fire. We're eating good tonight, but we're also eating good in Xbox land. You know, Xbox keeps buying us all these goodies. The largest acquisition in gaming history is happening. You know, we'll have a show tomorrow night, so you know, we're gonna have a lot of thoughts on that on this happening tomorrow, because we're gonna get the official statements from Xbox and ABK and all that kind of stuff tomorrow. Maybe the CMA will probably say something, all that kind of stuff. So there's more stuff, you know, all this stuff happening. So basically, when stocks are halted, it's because of big news that is coming that has a impact on the company, right? On the value of the company and the impact of the company and stuff like that. And that's just what happened. Like, if there's any other confirmation that, I mean, there's no more confirmation. This is happening. This is news is happening tomorrow. This is actually a real thing. This is not going to go by and we're like, oh, nothing happened. I mean, this is legit. They halted the damn stocks, right? It completely coincides with what Tom Warren said. You put two and two together now, 100%. This is over. You know, it's over. Let's go. Xbox, ABK, Call of Duty, Diablo 4, Overwatch, fucking StarCraft, World of Warcraft, Crash Bandicoot, Candy Crush. I mean, you can talk about some gaming monsters here. Tony Hawk. Shit's real. Biggest acquisition in gaming history. Black Knight says Microsoft should celebrate with a shopping spree at Embracer Group. I think Embracer Group needs an influx of cash right now. I think Embracer Group has already stated they're looking at all possibilities right now. Wouldn't it be in Embracer Group's best interest to actually get offers from Microsoft? I think so. Yeah, it'll be probably, FARK says it should be in the next 8 to 10 hours. I'm thinking what's going to happen is once the markets open tomorrow, they'll probably be roughly around then, or maybe before then, like in the markets open in the UK and all that kind of stuff. Like, I feel like the news is going to happen according to the UK time, most likely. So that's going to be what's going on there. Elijah Vasquez says, what am I sipping on tonight? Barks root beer, because Barks has bite. That's right. So, yeah, the thing is, Antonio Newman says to actually wait on that and get these studios integrated. There may not be a good opportunity to wait, though. Like, here's the thing. Like, Embracer Group is in disarray right now. They are crumbling from within. They are laying people off left and right, canceling projects, closing studios, all over the damn place, right? So all of that's happening. And meanwhile, Crystal Dynamics has layoffs. Other things are going on there as well. Is there time to wait? Do we just go and say, hey, sell to somebody else, or let these studios struggle and Embracer Group fall apart? Or does Microsoft go to the rescue of Embracer Group, make an offer for some of these studios, and maybe try to take advantage of the situation and then get some extra stuff there as well out of the deal? I think that would be the best for both parties. Not Embracer Group as a whole, but you get Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, you get the Tomb Raider IP, you get Deus Ex out of it, maybe Legacy of Kain, you know, the franchises that come along with them. And then maybe, hey, you know what, for good measure, because we're sending you some cash and bailing you out right now, Embracer Group, how about you send us that Lord of the Rings IP that you just bought last year? Hey, why not? Yo, Jay's World 2021 says, thanks for doing the show. Hey, I appreciate you being here. I mean, I'm just here because I like having fun chatting with you guys. If y'all didn't show up, then there'd be no point. Like, I mean, yeah, although I did do it when there was like only one person a long time ago, but still, you know, even if it's just one person, somebody to talk to is absolutely amazing for me. To relish in news as it's happening, to talk about this stuff. It's all about fun speculation, right? And this speculation, we're putting two and two together to say it's 100%. There's no more like win or anything like that. This is a Tom Warren was right. Shout out to him because he's been right. Like we said last time, all along, this thing's happening tomorrow. Friday the 13th. Stocks are halted. So what's going down? Verg Brizzle, what's up? You said I'm late. The deal's done. Stocks are halted for a reason, bro. They don't just do that willy-nilly. Oh, yep. You know what? Let's just take ourselves off the market. No, this is a very substantial thing that's happening here, right? It's like it is absolutely happening. Like there's no other way around it. You can't put like all these pieces together and everything, knowing what Tom said now combined with the halting of the stock trade for ABK before closing today. You can't take all that and just not think it's done. Like this is the official. What happened probably is the market or whoever stock exchange people. I don't know enough about that shit, but they probably got word that this is happening. They put the notice out. They put a halt on it, and tomorrow we're gonna get the announcement. And ABK will be the process of being absorbed into Microsoft will be announced tomorrow. And absolutely monumental news for the gaming industry, monumental news for Xbox, as this company that everybody thought was going to die back in 2016, Xbox, this company within Microsoft, everybody said, oh yeah, they're phasing out. Articles come out like Xbox on its last leg, Xbox struggling, Xbox can't do this, Xbox is, Microsoft's thinking about closing down Xbox, all this stuff. Coming out to where a couple years later, they start turning things around. They start acquiring studios and release the Xbox One X. They get a lot of hype leading into this generation. They're doing a lot better this generation. They started acquiring even more studios and more studios. But then they acquire ZeniMax Bethesda, which at that point we're like, holy shit, Xbox is really invested. Microsoft is actually all in on gaming. The Game Pass started existing, and Xbox Game Pass has just started getting better and better and better, with 2023 being the best year by far that Game Pass has ever had, and maybe in Xbox's history, period, point blank, with the amount of first-party games that they've had, all in a subscription service. Meanwhile, more and more users keep subscribing to Game Pass, more benefits, cross-buy, cross-save, cross-progression, all this other kind of stuff happening within the ecosystem. People freak out, flip on Xbox when that happens because they're stupid, and they don't like people getting a good deal. They feel less special. However, people that actually fucking play games and care about their own wallets celebrate this kind of stuff. And it's absolutely happening now, where Xbox has invested $72 billion into gaming. Microsoft went all in, doubled down, tripled down, making Xbox a fucking pillar of Microsoft. A pillar of the whole fucking company. All the naysayers and criers out there saying that this shit was over, Xbox was down, they were never going to recover. They just hoped Xbox could compete because they wanted good competition in the gaming space. Well, how you like that shit now? How's your 2024 looking over there in PlayStation land, people? How's that looking for you? Guess what? After tomorrow, Xbox has more first-party games coming out this year because they got maybe potentially one of the best-selling games of the year in Modern Warfare 3. How about that? How about them apples, assholes? Shout out to Any Color You Like with the $2. Says, good shit, Mav. Let's get this done. Xbox fam. Hey, hell yeah. Like, we've been invested in this shit for so long. We've been talking about it for so long. Yo, Rand, what's up? Rand says, shout out to Rand Thor. Your checkmark looks awesome, Rand. I love the great checkmark, bro. It says Xbox is closing in 2027. Stop being an Xbot, Mav. Xbox Series S and Game Pass are destroying the industry. Damn, you're right. I forgot about that. Out of all of those fucking leaks that came out with the whole, like, basically ideas that Xbox and Microsoft had leading up to 2030, trying to get 100 million subscribers into Game Pass and the ecosystem and all that stuff. After all the stuff leaked with the roadmap for 2020 for 2030, people went and hunted and got this little Phil Spencer comment out of like some testimony or whatever, saying that basically if they don't hit a certain thing by 2027, they're like, they might be in trouble. What the fuck ever? You're gonna run with that when they're being testified about or questioned about the importance of ABK and Microsoft trying to play weak to the people asking the damn questions? Of course they're gonna say shit like that. They wanted ABK. They're gonna say, oh, we're fine without it. Get some fucking common sense, you dumbasses. Instead, Microsoft's actual internal shit accidentally leaked because of a moron within Microsoft that made a mistake, actually got out there, and we actually see what their real plans are. However you want to run with the shit's closing in 2027, fuck off. This shit's done. It's over. ABK belongs to Microsoft, and any criers out there can keep on crying, as I get a discount on all those fucking games and I get to play them in Game Pass. Thank you. Thanks, Microsoft. What's up, Jeremy Brown? What's up, Piro Dusa? How's it going? Guitar Hero free songs via Game Pass? Maybe some free songs, right? I don't know of all of, like, Guitar Hero's interesting. Like, there's going to be so many ramifications with this deal, like when it comes to gaming, and not just for Xbox, but the entire industry. Like, this is a megaton. This is a transformational acquisition. This is as big as ZeniMax Bethesda was. That was about studios and IPs. This is another animal here with ABK. Like, ABK, you got the whole mobile side. You got all that shit going on. You got the battle.net going on. It's going to help transform the PC store for them. You absolutely got Call of Duty, which is like one of the biggest fucking juggernauts out there in gaming. And then you got all these other IPs and games that come frequently. Diablo 4 in and of itself is absolutely a huge game and property that they're bringing in. Like, all this stuff is massive, and people still try and downplay it. All these people are still saying Xbox has no games. Like the fucking Reforged guy out there saying, what has Xbox done this year? Have you been paying attention to the games that have been releasing this fucking year? Open your eyes. Get your head out of Jim Ryan's ass. Look at the bigger picture with everything that is actually happening. All the shit that we've been playing this year. All the shit that we've been playing this year in Game Pass. Meanwhile, you have had absolute shit for first party the entire year. All you have is money-hatted third-party IPs, which you're afraid you're going to lose because you're afraid Microsoft is going to go buy those fucking companies too. That's why you're against ABK. You're so upset about this shit that you think that Microsoft is going to take your exclusives away from you. Fuck off. Who cares? Get Game Pass. Turn on your Xbox. Play Starfield. Play Forza. Play some fucking games. Play Hi-Fi Rush. Play Age of Empires 2. Age of Empires 4. So much great shit this year. It's amazing. And I didn't have to buy any of it. Holy crap. Amazing. Who would have fucking known? BT Maverick 707 with the $5 says, thank you for breaking the news to me, my Mav brother. Hey, appreciate it, bro. Stocks are halted, bro. The stocks are halted. This shit is done. Tom Warren was right. It's over. Just start thinking about what games we're going to get and when in Game Pass. Like, when are those announcements going to happen? If Jez Corden is right from Windows Central, Jez said their sources say that there's going to be quite a bit of games actually hit Game Pass pretty soon. And that's absolutely amazing too. And maybe it's the older Call of Duties like he was suggesting, or other games, right? It's absolutely insane to think about what all this means. And that's just talking about just the Game Pass effect and Activision games, Blizzard games, and there's so much more to this. It's absolutely insane. And then we're going into 2024, which is going to be a year of hardware. You're going to have the PS5 Pro probably come out. You're going to have the new Switch. You're going to have the Xbox diskless edition or whatever they're going to call it, right? Now that I guess there's rumors coming out now that Best Buy is going to get rid of physical media. Absolutely insane. No wonder these companies are wanting to go more just pure digital, right? But all this stuff is going to be happening next year. Meanwhile, we're going to be living in a world in the gaming space where Activision Blizzard, which was like the largest gaming publisher pretty much, belongs to Microsoft, and we're reaping all the benefits from that shit. It's absolutely crazy. This news is happening tomorrow, probably in the AM sometime for the US, maybe in the afternoon for the UK. I don't know exactly what time, but within hours now, not days, within hours now, within the next 24 hours, this is going to be official as the deal will be announced after the stocks have been halted. News pending. What do you think it is? Oof. Absolutely insane. I appreciate the support, guys. Yeah, this is a big deal. Maybe I'm a little overexcited. I don't know. I know a lot of people have been sick of hearing people talk ABK. Here on our channel, we've been relishing in this. It's not every day you actually like get to talk about such a massive deal, right? See so many inside documents and see so many behind the scenes things come out left and right. All this stuff happening right before our eyes, getting to the dirty secrets of some of these companies, watching PlayStation fumble time and time again, trying to play the victim and end up fucking themselves so bad so that they kicked their damn president out of the office. They say he doesn't like flying. Sure. BT Maverick says it mentally gets me when everyone says hey Mav. And I get it. Yeah, Jeremy Brown says we're gonna talk like a motherfucker tomorrow. Yeah, Black Knight, what's up? History in the making. It is. This is a big deal. Like, think back. You know, there's not a lot of times when things like this have happened. You've had mergers before, like Square Enix happened, right? You had Activision Blizzard itself was a massive acquisition, right? Remember when that happened? That was a big deal. You know, you've had big time moments in gaming before, but none to this scope and scale that with as much. I mean, this, like, Call of Duty is like been the juggernaut of gaming for almost I guess since the early 360 era. So you're talking about over a decade or more. Call of Duty has been the juggernaut since the early 360 days, I guess. And no, that's about 17 years or so, 18 years. Call of Duty has been a massive juggernaut, right? And it's gotten bigger and bigger, and they the Warzone now and all these different things. Talking about one of the biggest franchises ever in gaming, transferring hands to the benefit of us. You're talking about Blizzard. Blizzard has more employees than Xbox does right now. Excuse me. Xbox has less employees than Blizzard alone right now. You're talking about the increase in development prowess and power that they're going to have? It's absolutely insane. It's nuts. Punty says, I'm actually going to miss you guys talking about the Activision deal. Now more talk to come when it closes tomorrow. Yeah, the people that thought, I got to say, like, people that said, hey, you know, I can't wait. I'm so sick of talking ABK. I can't wait till we don't have to talk ABK. This shit ain't over when this closes tomorrow. You know how much stuff there's going to be talk about Activision Blizzard. We're still talking about ZeniMax Bethesda shit. Is Elder Scrolls exclusive? Like all this kind of stuff. This stuff happens all the damn time. How big of a conversation was Starfield? It's because the acquisition of ZeniMax Bethesda. There's going to be so much conversation of ABK even after tomorrow. We're going to be talking about this shit for years because the impact of this will be felt 4 years. The transition period will actually last for years. Like, to actually incorporate all that stuff and get things seamless and all this stuff, it's not quick and easy. This stuff's going to be taking some time. We're going to see all this kind of play out in real time. There's going to be probably some not good stuff at times as well that come out of this, but there's going to be way more good stuff. We're going to be talking about ABK and Microsoft and Xbox for so long, and it marks the dawn of a new time. And I actually really thought that started this year before this today. Like, when they announced the deal was happening, you know, like, that's awesome. You know, we had a rough 2022 on Xbox with not a lot of first party stuff and all that kind of shit. And honestly, third party didn't help too much either, because last year multiplats besides Elden Ring were pretty much non-existent. There wasn't a lot of great games last year. 2023 has been hitting from all fronts, right? Xbox has been kicking ass, multiplats have been kicking ass, Nintendo's kicking ass. PlayStation's the only one that's not kicking ass this year unless you only focus on hardware sales. For some reason, people still love buying PlayStations, even if they don't have first-party games, in a world where everybody said first-party was all that mattered. I guess those people were full of shit. Still got one coming this year, finally. At the end of the day, I guess first-party games ain't all it's cracked up to be if you only got one. If you want to count the show, I'll play that shit in Game Pass. But that's just the truth of the matter. We got so many damn games, and this year kind of started a new era for Xbox, really, with, like, they finally hit their pipeline. All these acquisitions that they had made, all these things started dropping, all these things started happening, right? And then you culminate it with ABK at the end of this year, and then follow it up with another Call of Duty release right after. Now, it's going to really feel it when we start getting the new games in Game Pass, but besides that, the immediate affiliation will be made. Xbox, Call of Duty, go in tandem. They are inseparable after tomorrow. Like, that's it. It will be synonymous. It will be synonymous. You'll no longer ever be able to say Xbox has no games. Instead, it's like Xbox has too many games. Like, that's what's the conversation's going to be now. Xbox has too many games. They're buying too many damn games and giving too many people too good of a deal. Is that what the problem's going to be? Oh, it's unfair. It's unfair, right? It's unfair to give people this good of a deal. No, fuck that. I want a good deal. I'm a consumer. I don't care about PlayStation or Microsoft or Nintendo. I want a good deal as a consumer. I want what's best for me, right? I want the best bang for my buck that I can possibly get as a consumer. Microsoft buys Activision Blizzard, I benefit. They buy ZeniMax Bethesda, I benefit. If they buy other studios, guess what? I benefit, because guess what? Game Pass. I don't give a shit if these people think it's fair or not. Force PlayStation to do better. Force them to figure out how to make a multiplayer game, so they can figure out how to get more revenue out of their first-party lineup. Force them to put more games in their subscription service instead of going up on the price and actually coming out with shit. GT7 still, 18 months later, still not in PS Plus. Still not in PS Plus. GT7, where the fuck is it? All these people talking about GT7 is so amazing. Look at it. I like GT7, like I've said many times. But you're going to come out there and say how amazing it is? Where have these people been talking about Gran Turismo 7 for the last 18 months? And where are those people asking for it to be in PlayStation Plus to actually give value to the subscription service for which they're being overcharged? Absolutely crazy. These people didn't give a shit about GT7 before Forza. Forza Motorsport actually brought them out, like, oh, I guess I got to go buy GT7 or load it up, or if I bought it and played it for 5 minutes 18 months ago, and so I can make a comparison video. Where the hell have all these posts been for the last 18 months? Where's all the shit been talking about, like how amazing that game is for the last 18 months? I haven't seen shit. The only thing I've seen is when the PSVR 2 hit and they tried to make an excuse for why they bought that shit at $550. Oh, look what my PSVR 2 can do. It can do GT7 in VR. Amazing. That's great. That's fantastic. Is that worth $550 to you? If it is, cool. If not, you better hope they start releasing some more shit, because that was a damn waste of money. Where's the games? Xbox just bought a $70 billion worth. Thank you, Xbox. Cheers. Barks has bite. GT7 is a PS4 game. Yeah, it's cross-gen. Yep. Remember, we believe in generations. Yeah. Punty, the horse play was getting out of hand. We finally gonna stop them tomorrow. It's gonna be so many tears. Gonna be so much salt. Just get ready for it. It's been crazy. I stopped by Sean's show over when, you know, with TTS and stuff, like, and he was talking, and he was right. You know, there's going to be a lot of salt tomorrow. I mean, and now, I mean, it's definitely happening. The stocks have been halted. It's here. This is just now awaiting the tweets, awaiting the official post. Other than that, it's a formality. Like, this is done now. There's no other reason for them to have halted the trading. So it's going to be interesting to see what the reaction is. Is it going to be quiet? I feel like there's going to be a lot of quiet out there, personally. I feel like you're going to have a few people out there making an outcry, but you're going to have these people like the Dreamcast guys and people like that are like, it's 100% not happening. This deal is over. Microsoft is not buying Activision Blizzard. That kind of shit. When they said that, what are they going to say now? Right? What are they going to say? Why do they think the stocks have been halted? Right? Why do they think that's happening? Why do they think Tom Warren said it's happening tomorrow? Put the two and two together. It's obviously happening. Right? You can have people cry, talk shit about Xbox all they want. You can have your fake ass creators out there pretending to be PlayStation fans when they just switch their channels over just to get clicks and stuff, because shitting on Xbox has been the popular thing to do over the last 10 years. All of a sudden not realizing you're getting traction as a pro Xbox channel. So I guess what? I guess I'm going to flip and start catering to all these dumbasses that don't have an ability to think for themselves. Those are the kind of people that are been talking shit for the last 10 years. Fake ass, disingenuous people that honestly probably play way more Xbox than they do PlayStation at the end of the day. Now, these same people, what are they going to say tomorrow? Are they going to start having green thumbnails again after a month of them crying about this deal? When they start seeing these games start to come out all the damn time and Game Pass, and like the argument can't be made anymore about games and quality and all that kind of shit, when they start sounding so stupid even to themselves that they can't stomach it coming out of their mouths. Are we going to start to see those channels start to have green thumbnails again? Well, like, hey, Xbox proved me wrong. Xbox, you know what? I was wrong all along those fucking 2 years when I just talked shit nonstop about them for no damn reason, because I had my head up Sony's ass and I was taking advantage of my viewer base to get money and clicks. I appreciate your waste of time and money and energy the last couple years, but you can all fuck off now, because I just completely flip-flop again. It's everything I've been saying for the last couple years, and now I'm pro Xbox again. Is that what's going to happen? Is that what's going to happen to those channels? I bet you it is to some of them. It's already happened to some of them this generation as they've seen the greener pastures, but it's also going to happen in the future. Mark my words on that shit. Just wait. You're going to see green thumbnails up the ass. Oh, Game Pass is amazing. Why can't PlayStation absolutely do this too? Where are the games on PlayStation? You're gonna see all this shit. I mean, it's just happening. It's just happening. You can see it. You can see it. Captain Ply says, "Am I broken? I feel bad for you. Who is who broken? You feel bad for me? I'm on a fucking high. I'm on a fucking high right now. I just got $70 billion worth of games coming to Game Pass." And of course I'm being sarcastic there, but you know what? I mean, $70 billion by a company, and at the end of the day, a benefit to us is getting those games in Game Pass. That's how I see it. Thanks for the $70 billion gift, Xbox. That's amazing. Appreciate you. What are you going to buy me next? Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, Sega, Square Enix. Shit's going to get wild if they buy Square. Just wait for that. If that happens, oh my God. Phil said they're not done. That's going to be the next cry. Xbox is buying too many things. We said this was going to happen after ABK. They're a monopoly. They're a monopoly. They can't do it. It's so bad for gaming. So bad. So bad for gaming. They're going to close shop in 2027. Everything's so bad. You know, I hope they fail. I hope they... fuck off. Oh, it's so full of shit. Cheo Walker says, I might be able to sleep because of the excitement. Right on. Yeah, stocks are halted. The stocks are fucking halted, bro. The stocks are halted. I just say, like, it's done. Announcement pending. News pending. Salt. Crying. Tears. From so many that have been shit talking for so long. And I'm here for every fucking minute of it. Absolutely insane. What has Xbox... Oh, this is one of these fuckers. Okay, what has Xbox released in the last 4 years? I'll just name a few that they released in 2023. Okay, Forza Motorsport, Starfield, Hi-Fi Rush, Age 2 Definitive Edition, Age 4 Definitive Edition on console, Quake 2 Remaster. Let's see, what else they got this year? That was just a few of them. They had GoldenEye, they have Killer Instinct, Series X and S upgrade coming out this year as well. That's just rambling off just a few of them from this year. What games has PlayStation first party released this year, Captain Play? Tell me that. I'll wait. I just rambled off about like 6 or 7 random things off the top of my head. You want to go into 2021? Let's say Forza Horizon 5. You got Halo Infinite, and you also Redfall was also this year. They just got an update. You had Grounded also came out the last 4 years. You also had Deathloop. You had Ghostwire Tokyo. You had Skyrim Anniversary. You had, let's see, what else is there? There's actually so much that it's actually hard to pull all this shit out. Like, there's too many games. Actually, in 2023, what is PlayStation release first party this year? You want to say MLB The Show? Hive Busters, yep, that was the one. MLB The Show? You mean the game that's in Game Pass? What's been released so far this year in 2023 from PlayStation first party? I'll wait. I'm still waiting. It took me like 5 seconds to ramble off like 6 or 7 games that released this year. What is PlayStation release first party that's not in Game Pass? What's PlayStation release in 2023 that's first party that's not in Game Pass? Where are you, Captain? Captain, I'm waiting. Captain, hello, Captain, you there, Captain? Captain, where are you? What happened? Captain's missing. Everybody, he's gone. Where? Has anybody seen Captain play? I'm worried for this man. Where is he? Where did he disappear to? Where? Where did he go? Can't type that fast? Where is he?
Bye.
Later, Captain. It's been real, bro. Thanks for stopping by and being a dumbass. Oh, he answered me with VR games? Where? Did he actually say something? So insignificant, I even missed it. Where is it? VR games? You're gonna sell people on VR? Is that what this is? We're celebrating VR games where like 1% of the fucking PlayStation audience even has a chance to play it. Yeah, that's some fucking great ratio of gamers playing your games. Yeah, let's go. Have to buy a $550 fucking device to be able to get the content that PlayStation first party put out this year, on top of having to have the PS5. Yay, that's a celebration for all gamers everywhere in PlayStation community. Let's clap for that shit. You know what? PSVR is fucking dead. That was a waste of money. It's a waste of time. They should have never done it. They should be asking them to put those resources into making actual games that many PlayStation players could have actually been playing this year. I played more fucking PlayStation games first party than you did this year because I actually played the show. On Game Pass. Caper Grant, the 5, appreciate you, Caper, says, I like Spicy Mav, LOL. It's too easy. Like, these guys got no argument, man. I don't understand where you have so much hate towards Xbox and all this shit talking all these years, and you're actually going out there and saying shit that doesn't make any sense because you can't even make up your own argument. You absolutely do not have an argument to make. When you put shit out there, I give a response, and you can't even come up with anything back to back you up. Like, where is it? Like, this shit happens all the time. This is the kind of content, the same shit that idiot just said in the chat right here is the same kind of content that these PlayStation shit talkers have on their channels, and they don't actually believe the shit that they're saying. They just want to talk shit about Xbox. I want PlayStation to succeed, right? I do. I have concerns about them right now because we only know about one fucking game this year, and that was Spider-Man 2. The rest of the shit all either got delayed or has no pipeline of announced games that anybody is excited about. The only game I'm excited about for PlayStation after Spider-Man 2, which maybe I'm kind of excited for that, is Wolverine. And when the hell is that coming out? Where was PlayStation's announcements this year at the actual State of Play showcase thing they had, and then the second show they had? Where the hell were those? Where the hell were those? Right? Where were the great games? Are we really excited and gonna hype up Concord? Are we really excited and gonna hype up Fair Games? We don't even know what the fuck those are. Those are studios that have never made a damn game before. Are we really gonna celebrate and be excited about that shit instead of talking about Activision Blizzard making fucking tons of games that are actually gonna come into Game Pass with an immediate release coming this damn year? Now, not Game Pass this year, but maybe all the backwards compatibility Call of Duties hit this year. Who knows on that? But future COD releases coming in there. Blizzard games going to come in there in the future. All that shit. What is PlayStation's answer to that, I ask you? To anybody out there that's been shit talking for so long, what is the answer? What is the answer that PlayStation has? Money Hat, more third-party exclusives that sometimes suck ass, like Forspoken? Is that the answer? You want to talk about Godfall? Babylon's Fall? Yeah, these third-party exclusives are really going fantastic for them. Yeah, celebrate that. Yeah, we're going to keep rocking those pieces of shit as celebration for our first-party lineup. No, that's not what you should be excited about. You want the great studios to make fucking great games, and right now, there's hardly shit announced to be excited for in PlayStation. That's just the reality of the situation. They're in the same situation with first-party lineup that Xbox was back in 2016. Now, next year, maybe they come out there and they say, we have all these games. It's coming 2024, 2025. Hey, I take it all back. I'm excited at that point. I said yesterday that maybe, hypothetically, they're saving announcements for the announcement of the PS5 Pro. I'm hoping that's the case. Other than that, you want to come in here and you want to talk shit about what games have Xbox released the last 4 years? Fuck off. There's a shit ton of them. Besides that, I've been enjoying a lot of them, and it's only going to get better. 2024, Flight Sim, another one. You got Towerborn, Hellblade 2, Avowed. All 4 of those slated for next year, and also for PC, Ara, History Untold as well. I just named 5 2024 first-party games that are set for the lineup for next year, off the top of my fucking head in a second, and that's without ABK. Let it sink in. It's different now. Things have changed. ABK is done. ZeniMax Bethesda belongs to Xbox. The games are cooking. The pipeline started. The avalanche has started flowing. There's no going back. The world is different in the world of gaming. Xbox is eating good. Xbox gamers got plenty of shit to play. And that doesn't even include all the third-party games that come into Game Pass day and date. You're going to start to see a lot of green thumbnails in the future, guys. There's going to be a moment of salt. There's going to be a moment of salt. There's going to be a moment of tears. There's going to be some short-term crying. A few months, games keep dropping. They start seeing these releases. There's shit to play, besides fair games, maybe, and Concord or whatever the fuck other games they may have like that. I don't know. Because where they're going to come crawling. Where are they going to go? Where are they going to go? All these people that have been talking so much shit for so long, where are they going to go? Play their games. I guess first party does matter. Does it not? I'm still confused. Why are there so many people still buying PlayStation 5s when they ain't got a fucking first party game? Guess it doesn't matter. I don't know. You can play your 2K, play your Madden. You can still play your Call of Duty. No reason to cry about ABK. If you want a better deal, get it on Xbox. Play Starfield. Play Forza Motorsport. I've been fucking loving the shit out of this. I can't believe these 2 games came out the same damn year. Dream games for me. Certain things maybe could be better with each one. They want to talk about these games as like they're L's, like they're not big, huge successes and stuff like that. In whose mind? Only theirs. Only theirs. It's going to come out to how many players. Remember, Bethesda said themselves, Starfield had the biggest launch in their history. Guess they didn't need to launch on PlayStation. In their history, Bethesda's biggest launch ever was Starfield. Yet, it's a failure. It's a 86 on OpenCritic. It should be a 90-something if it wasn't for the stupid, Jim guy that's, Jimquisition fucker that, cries about other stuff that has nothing to do with the damn game. You Dan Stapletons of the world and all that shit. The game should be a 90 or maybe even more, but you have those people, right? Fuck them. The Metros of the world and stuff like that. They don't matter. At the end of the day, you got to look at these scores on Xbox and realize, there's a lot of bias out there, all this shit. But 86 is not a failure. The biggest launch in Bethesda history is not a failure. Forza Motorsport is hitting right now. People are loving the game. Yeah, there's some that want some changes made, and there's some other stuff. But the biggest difference between some of these games on Xbox, a Starfield, a Forza Motorsport, even a Halo Infinite that just had amazing Season 5 content announced, the biggest difference between those games and the PlayStation shit is 5 years from now, I will still be playing Starfield and Forza Motorsport. And there will be updated, there will be new modes on it, there will be new shit all over the place. That will be the world we live in 5 years ago. I'll still be playing Starfield. I'll still be playing Forza Motorsport. Will you be playing Spider-Man? You want to talk about these games as a failure. How many failures has Xbox had that's proven to be massive successes? Remember what a failure Sea of Thieves was? How dumb that it was that they were making Grounded? All of those things. Are they going to start to call Call of Duty a failure? Are they going to start to say every game that Xbox makes is a failure? It's ridiculous. It's dumb shit. It's not the world we actually live in. Green thumbnails coming your way, 2024, everybody. Blue to green. Florian started a Twitter thread. Let's check out Florian's thread. I'm curious what Florian has to say. He's probably going to say, Mav, you're wrong. This means nothing. Oh, no, he said, here we go. Microsoft is buying Activision Blizzard. Activision stopped trading at 7:50 p.m. Eastern Time. The reason code T1 means trading is halted pending the release of material news. Only plausible explanation CMA will clear, followed by announcement of deal closing. So the Friday the 13th target date is met. The situation is so very clear now that I did the whatever style. Here we go. Tweet as requested and others. Yeah, so it's done, everybody. We've been saying for a long time. Like, maybe people thought I was blowing smoke and clickbaity on my thumbnail or whatever. The deal's done. The shit's done. The stocks were halted. Tom Warren said Friday the 13th. It shit's over. It's over. Celebration time. I'm here for the salt. I'm going to absolutely love seeing it tomorrow. It's going to be absolutely amazing. What will Jason Schreier say? What will Colin Moriarty say? What will Dreamcast guys say? What will MBG say? What will Reforge Gaming say? What will all these people say? Guess what? I don't give a shit what you say, actually. It's just going to be entertaining seeing you squirm. Because you're so uncomfortable to think that Microsoft could potentially buy a company like Activision Blizzard, and you know they may be coming for some more next, and you're going to lose the ability to keep money having third-party exclusives if Xbox and Microsoft owns the publishers. Is Square next? Square Enix, the company that's down 30% since the failed release of Final Fantasy 16 that was so easily predicted for doing a money-had temporary exclusive for PlayStation. Is Square Enix next? The company that lost 30% in share price after the release of their big third-party exclusive game on PlayStation 5. Down 30%. That seems obtainable. It seems like they want to all of a sudden have a great relationship again with Xbox and Microsoft. All of a sudden showing up at Tokyo Game Show and all these other things. All of a sudden Final Fantasy 14 Online is coming to Xbox. Oh, all these things are just randomly happening all of a sudden. Getting cozy again. Announcements that more Final Fantasy games are coming to Xbox in the future. Interesting timing to see that Square's all of a sudden getting cushy with Microsoft again. I think Square's priming to try and create a bidding war between PlayStation and Microsoft. But guess what? PlayStation can't win that fucking battle. They can't. And you know they ain't going to be able to have a heart. They're not going to have an easy time getting that through in fucking Japan, where they have a 98% market share, and they're going to buy Square Enix. Yeah, right. You know how much trouble Microsoft had when they were in third fucking place? Microsoft would have so easy time getting Square Enix. It fits a lot of their shit, and oh my God, there would be so much salt. It's going to be glorious if that actually happens. Now, it's not necessarily my top choice, but it would be fun as hell. And oh my God, it would be fun as hell. I'm a Final Fantasy fan. Not of the 16. That's not a Final Fantasy game to me. What's up? Others Inc. How's it going? What's up, Duke? Jay's World 2021 survey. Thanks to the 250 people that are here hanging out, celebrating. ABK is a done deal. Tomorrow we're going to have our show Xbox Ultimate at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, and we know it's going to be absolutely insane because this news is going to be made officially, and now it's going to happen officially, like via tweets and statements and all this stuff tomorrow. We're going to have so much stuff. It's going to be so salty. It's going to be glorious. I'm going to absolutely love it because it shits in the face of all the people that were talking so much shit for so long, and we get to celebrate as gamers that actually benefit off this deal, which is what actually matters. What actually matters. Will Call of Duty have cross-buy? When you buy it, not this one maybe, but the next one, like if you buy it on Xbox, will like you get it on a PC as well, day and date? Seems to be the Xbox way. Yo, 3-bit. Trading has been halted. It's done, bro. Tom Warren had said it was going to happen tomorrow. Trading has been halted pending important news. Again, I'm going to read Florian Mueller's tweet that it just came in a little while ago. Thanks to the chat for bringing this to my attention. But he said, here we go. Microsoft is buying Activision Blizzard. Activision stopped trading at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The reason code means trading is halted pending the release of material news. Only plausible explanation CMA will clear, followed by announcement of the deal closing, which was predicted originally by Tom Warren, as I said. And then Florian says, so the Friday the 13th date target is met. Shit's over. It's pretty crazy to think, though. I mean, we've been at this for, like I said earlier, like it's been like 21 months roughly, right? The announcement came in January of 2022 or 2021. Was it 2021 or 2020? No, 2021. Sorry, 2022. Fuck, I can't even talk. 2022 in January. It's been like 21 months of this news, and it's going to be an absolute moment. You see the tweet coming through, all the shit that PlayStation tried to do to get this stopped. Oh my god, what a fucking waste of time PlayStation and Jim Ryan cost everybody. Now his ass is out the door. They're sending his ass home. He failed PlayStation. He set them up for failure for the future as well. Cancellation of factions, all this shit. Not great stuff going on there in that world right now for the future. He set them up for that. And, you know, they kicked his ass out. They said, you know what? We don't like your vision for the future. You sucked ass at trying to get the deal blocked, Jim. And you drug our name through the mud. And you exposed us to the gaming world. You exposed our secrets to the gaming world. You've caused antitrust issues potentially with us and Japan, as America is sending notices and stuff to Japan talking about Sony and their dominant market position abusing their power. All these different things happened under Jim Ryan's watch, and at the end of the day, after all of that, trying to delay the deal, trying to get it canceled, he ended up bending the knee, getting on all fours, begging to Phil Spencer to still get a PlayStation Call of Duty deal. Phil obliged, gave him a shittier deal than they ever would have gotten in the damn first place. Jim Ryan's now crawling his ass back home as a failure. Xbox got the bag. They got ABK. How exposed did he make them? How exposed was he himself, dragging PlayStation through the mud, causing all these issues? They were playing week 2 during all this shit. It was all for nothing. They could have gotten that same damn deal from the start. Avoid everybody a headache. Saving Sony probably money for lawyers and all this kind of shit as well. Instead, they get nothing. They ended up not gaining anything. Whether they get the rights to be able to get Call of Duty games via the cloud. Cool, right? License the games from Ubisoft via the cloud. That had nothing to do with you anyway, PlayStation. That was CMA's excuse at the end of the day to try and find some way to get a win. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. EU even said, hey, it's not even significant enough to even look at this again. Jimbo got to fly around the world, though. He made a lot of trips, back and forth trips. He got exhausted. It was so tiring fighting this ABK deal. If you didn't like flying, Jim, then maybe you shouldn't have fucking been flying around all over the damn place trying to fight this deal. Maybe you should have sat your ass back at home and just signed the fucking contract that Microsoft sent you when they offered you the same damn thing from the get-go. How much of a fool do you look like now? How much of a fool does PlayStation look like now after fighting a losing battle for so long, wasting everybody's time and money? Still trying to help the gamers lawsuit. What a waste. Maybe you should have focused the energy on trying to get first-party games out in 2023. Having a lineup past this year, going into next year for people to be excited about. Who's excited for 2024's PlayStation first-party lineup? I would like anybody to tell me the first-party game. I have one, Helldivers 2, which is supposed to be this year. I'm kind of excited about the first-party game there, right? But probably play it on PC. First-party lineup-wise. Who's excited? I like, what game are you excited for PlayStation for 2024? Having trouble thinking about it? I would like Captain Play to chime back in if he's still in the chat. If you got any answers for that as well. Maybe they surprise us. Are we going to celebrate Last of Us Part 2 remaster? Are we going to have amazing hype blue thumbnails for Last of Us Part 2 remaster and try and sell that more expensive PS5 digital that can't stand on its own to the masses? That's more expensive. Are we gonna celebrate that shit? Are we gonna have hype thumbnails for that? PlayStation shit talkers have been shit talking Xbox for the last few years. Is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna post that more expensive PS5 digital that can't fucking stand up? Are you going to post that with a picture of Last of Us Part 2 remastered and celebrate it? Let's go. So hyped. That's so amazing. Oh, the future of PlayStation's so fucking bright there. Love it. I hope they prove me wrong. I want to be excited about PlayStation games. I really do. I really do. Jason Jones, Helldivers. That's the only one I'm excited about. That's because I love the first one. This other one looks completely different. I'm all in on co-op games. Maybe this will be the multiplayer game they actually figure out because they're not going too crazy with it, trying to turn one of their big, huge franchises into some live service, games as a service shit that even the company that you acquired and brought in to help you make these games takes a look at it and says, this is such shit, you need to shut down shop and fire everybody and just get rid of it. Put it on ice. Maybe Helldivers 2 will be the game that kickstart a good multiplayer game on PlayStation. God, I hope so. I hope so. Chael Walker says Mike Ibarra from Blizzard liked Destin's tweet about the stock being halted. Amazing. It's funny. It's so hilarious. Rod Ferguson and Mike Ibarra back at Xbox. They can't escape. They can't fucking escape. They both left. Rod Ferguson went to go work, left Gears to go work on Diablo. Mike Ibarra left to work at Blizzard, and now they're both going to be shoved back into Microsoft. Absolutely hilarious. Now they're going to go look and see if they leave. If they leave, whatever studios or publishers they go to next, that's who Xbox is acquiring. They were spies. They were spies sent by Xbox to talk the board into letting Microsoft buy ABK. I'm kidding there, but it's crazy to think about. Like I'm a Diablo guy. Season 2, I've been checking out the Season 2 stuff finally. Looks really sick. That's going to be part of Xbox now. It's insane. We just think about Call of Duty all the time. It's Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty. Fucking Diablo. I love Diablo. Overwatch is part of Xbox. World of Warcraft If I was to tell you 15 years ago or whatever, when that game, however long ago it was, when that game released and it became the like biggest game, the first big huge MMO that really took off, that one day it was going to be Xbox first party. People be like, what? It's crazy. This little Xbox thing that's trying to take off and just has like Halo. Yeah, no. World of fucking Warcraft. StarCraft. There's already talk about that. And they're talking about bringing Guitar Hero back. Insane. And that isn't going to get started with the rest of their IP. What's going to happen? How much collaboration? We already know also from what's going on with the first party integration that's happened with ZeniMax Bethesda, that there is crossover between the ZeniMax Bethesda teams and Microsoft teams with support and all these kind of things. We know that Redfall got help from Microsoft, other first-party studios to help fix their shit, right? We've already seen talks about that kind of stuff. So, like, ABK, what are they going to be able to do with helping? They got so many developers there. Like, I think it's like 15,000 developers or staff. Not all of them are developers, obviously, but employees at ABK. So many big teams, all the Blizzard teams, all this stuff. You're going to have so much influx of support, be able to share technology, being able to figure out all this stuff. Now you make the IPs accessible and available to everybody. This is going to be insane. I can't wait to see what happens, and that's why when people say like the ABK is done, I can't wait to finally stop talking about it. It's just a whole new conversation that starts. Tomorrow it will be a day for celebrating this. It'll be a day to look forward to these games on Game Pass and figure out and think about the speculation, the fun speculation of what's going to come and what's going to happen going forward on Xbox with ABK being part of the ecosystem, not just for the games that they already make that we know about hitting Game Pass and Xbox and all these things, but what does it mean for integration of the ABK games, like as far as like cross-buy and all that kind of stuff? Like, how does the Game Pass go? What kind of discounts are there going to be? What tier the ABK games going to be in? Are they going to be in everything? Because there's been speculation about only an Ultimate, whatever. All of these things, and then you're also going to have to look at it and think like, okay, well, what's going to be with, are they going to, like Phil said originally when this announcement was made, when he said one thing he's going to be super excited about is going and talking to all the studio heads and stuff and figure out what kind of games they want to make. Is that what's going to take place? Are we going to see a transition and how Call of Duty is developed? Is it going to stay status quo for a few years? Who knows? But that's the fun speculation we're going to get to have going forward. And that shit starts really tonight. I mean, tomorrow, I guess. But going forward, those are the conversations we're going to be having for a long time. And I'm here for it. It's absolutely insane. It's a done fucking deal. Pending news. Stocks halted. ABK belongs to Microsoft. Question now is, what time do they make the announcement? What time does this announcement come down? Is it going to be like at the opening of trading? Is it going to be 8 a.m. like UK time? Like 9 a.m.? Like what? When? Like I just really want to be there for the tweets. Like, do I go live again? I mean, I think we might have been the first channel to go live once this stuff broke about the stocks being halted, and I saw it. I was like, oh, let's just fucking go live. We didn't have our PM in the PM tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time because, like I said, Pong Soul had some awesome family stuff going, and so we had to cancel today's show. We do have a show tomorrow. It's at 10 p.m. Eastern time. It's Xbox Ultimate Podcast, and you can bet the panel is going to be there and be crazy over this news tomorrow because we're going to see a lot of stuff go down on social media. We're going to see the announcements made, a celebration from the Xbox community as well, and it's going to be absolutely insane. We need another 2 a.m. stream. Sony's renting Bungie for $3 billion. Yeah, that's a thing about, Bungie too. Like those games are all multiplat like as well, right? Like, which is I'm 100% I'm fine with. Like, if they were exclusive, it'd been like okay, whatever. But like, even Bungie's future games are going to be multiplat. There's no guarantee on any future ABK games in exclusivity, right? The only thing that PlayStation got is the same deal they got with all the others, and that was just focused on Call of Duty. So any new IPs or any new games they make or whatever, this new Blizzard survival game, all that shit, it could be exclusive. It could be multiplat. I don't know, but like, I think there are probably going to be some exclusives come out of this. Unless you count the cloud rights, which then other companies can do cloud streaming for them. I don't know how that's going to work. Mike Ibarra just tweeted, Alvin said. What did Mike say? What did good old Mike Ibarra say? It's good to be back home. He tweeted, pulling out of the sword, pointing it. Seems like kind of like a let's go tweet. What is that game? Is that StarCraft? I don't know what game that is that he just tweeted. I'm not familiar with the image. That's not Diablo, is it? I mean, I think I would know if that was Diablo. I'm gonna put this up. Maybe you guys can tell me what it is. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Oh shit. Bear with me. I got stuff all mixed around on here. What game is that? You guys see the little picture there? I can't blow it. Well, I can blow it up. Seems like somebody's excited. Yeah, I don't know what picture that is. Is that StarCraft? It doesn't look like StarCraft because it's like fantasy-ish, but Diablo, maybe? Anyway. Undead Cream from World of Warcraft. Okay. That I don't play WoW. I've never played World of Warcraft. So it's the Lich King. Yeah, I've never played World of Warcraft. Was he in the World of Warcraft movie? I've seen that. It's Lich King boss fight and World of Warcraft Classic released today. Right on. I've never touched World of Warcraft. My experience from World of Warcraft comes from playing Warcraft back in the day. It comes from South Park in the South Park episodes, and it comes from the World of Warcraft movie. That's my experience with Warcraft. I may actually play World of Warcraft now if it hits Game Pass or something like that. I don't know. You guys say I should play it? I kind of I played Final Fantasy 11 online back in the day. And that shit felt like a full-time job to get anything accomplished, and it kind of swore me off from MMOs, right? Like MMOs are kind of I don't want to sit there for 7 hours to get something accomplished, right? If it seemed like if you didn't have that much time, it was pointless to play. So I don't know, maybe World of Warcraft is different. What World of Warcraft greatest movie ever made? I know that World of Warcraft fans actually hate the movie. I actually liked it. I don't know. I like stupid movies sometimes. Yeah, they are time consuming, right? Like I loved 11 online. I did. But like I would sit there and I would get in the situation where it's like I gotta go, and I spent like 4 hours fucking traveling to a place, and it's like, oh, well, that was a waste of time, right? So Ice Crown Citadel is the main raid for Phase 4 with 10-player and 25-player modes, both available on October 12th at 3 p.m. Pacific time for players brave enough for a showdown with the Lich King himself. You actually liked the movie too, Fuck you. I didn't think it was bad, personally. I liked it. Like, I don't know. People seem to hate it, but me as not a Warcraft person, or like somebody that like was obsessed with World of Warcraft, like I just took it in as a movie, and I just enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty cool. But I like a lot of bad movies. So I liked Blue Beetle that people seem not to like. I actually love the Gran Turismo movie. I recommend watching that. It's actually a really good racing movie. If you can get over the GT7 like or Gran Turismo like commercial aspect of it, which permeates especially at the beginning. Like I actually really liked the movie. David Harbour was great in it and had a good story. It's a good racing movie. But yeah, I actually like Blue Beetle too. And I get salt for that. You know what? I thought it was a fun movie. What is what's Xbox's next move? Best racing movie was Ford versus Ferrari. I really liked it. It can be slow at times, but I really liked Ford versus Ferrari. My wife hated that movie. She actually liked Gran Turismo though. I like my favorite racing movie of all time is Days of Thunder. Days of Thunder was my favorite. There's also a good one with Chris Hemsworth called Rush. That's really good. And there's also another one. God, was it Rush? Yeah, it was Rush. Yeah, Rush is good. I like Days of Thunder back in the day. It's great. And Talladega Nights. Gran Turismo was good, I thought. Smokey and the Bandit, yeah. Days of Thunder was fire, bro. Fast and Furious. Is Fast and Furious really racing? I guess it kind of is. It has racing in it. Street racing. I mean, like more like traditional racing, though. You know what I mean? Like F1 or like NASCAR, or, stuff like that. Yeah, later, Colin Prime. Have a good one. Yeah, but I'll try WoW. Maybe I need to like. It's a huge IP. I mean, fuck. Like, I honestly would rather them release a new Warcraft, like a traditional Warcraft and a traditional StarCraft. I'm more of an RTS guy. So if they release like a new Warcraft, a new StarCraft, I'll be all over that shit. Cars is the best racing movie. Speed McQueen. Yeah, it's crazy, guys. This is done. Yeah, I appreciate everybody watching. This might be a record for a solo stream. I know it's big news. All these people. I wonder how many lurkers there are and all that kind of stuff. But if you're here, appreciate you. Thank you for checking out the channel. And I would like, if you want to, check out some of our podcasts that we have on Mondays. We have Fun Speculation Podcast. Tuesdays, Fun Pop for movies and stuff. Then we have Thursdays, PM in the PM, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Tonight we didn't have a show because our good buddy Pong had to do some stuff. But then Friday nights, tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, Xbox Ultimate Podcast. And it's going to be fucking amazing. Tomorrow, please check out Xbox Ultimate at 10 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Like, my buddy Psycho here hanging out. With Fuzzy Belvedere, Jasper will be there, Pong Soul will be there, and we're gonna have a blast talking ABK. What is gonna come down in the announcement? How are they gonna word it? What are they gonna say? Like, are they going to put one of those like pictures of like ABK, like with Xbox theme and all that kind of shit? Like, Silver Afro says the support studios content is about to. That's a good point. The support studios, are they able to like? What about like Halo and all this stuff? Like, how much support are they able to use and allocate to different franchises? Like, are they going to use that, or are they going to let the ABK people concentrate more on the Activision Blizzard games, right? Are they going to let Activision focus there, Blizzard focus there? Are they going to kind of permeate it, mix it throughout the studios to like, okay, well, this Activision studio can help with Halo, or this studio can help with Gears or whatever, or Hellblade or anything like that, right? Because we already seen them do that right now, you know, with support, at least from the first party traditional studios over to ZeniMax Bethesda Studios. What does that mean, Punty? Your show is a teeny little fun pop fuck spot show? What the fuck does that mean? Thanks. The new IPs that are going to come out of Activision Blizzard are going to be stupendous. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what the survival game is from Blizzard. And supposedly they have another game too. And maybe that's StarCraft. They've already hinted before that StarCraft is coming back. Yeah. So here's a tweet that Pong just shared with me. And I'm not really familiar with the person. It's an options trader, DM Options, that actually made this tweet. And I'm just going to read it. Shout out to Pong. Thanks for sharing this, bro. So I would imagine Microsoft has been aware of the CMA's final decision for a few days now. Activision's all-hands meeting earlier this week would certainly indicate that. The CMA will likely issue their final decision early Friday morning, 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be about 8 a.m. or 9 or 10 a.m. UK time or something like that. Shortly after that, I would expect Microsoft to announce that the deal is closed. If you have any outstanding options, the OCC will likely announce shortly after the expiration of all Activision options will be accelerated to a date in the short term. Few weeks out. All options will be settled at $95 for cash. That's it. You know, that's it. It's 3:16 there now, so I'm trying to do the math. That would be like 5 hours from now. FARK. We may get the news in like 5 hours that this is done. Potentially. Maybe even sooner. Because everybody's talking about it. The whole internet world is absolutely on fire now. Thanks to everybody DMing me some stuff here. Thanks to Artist J Fan for DMing me the Florian Mueller stuff a little while ago. I just saw that. We got the DM options thing Pong sent. Yeah, I mean, I went live early with this after seeing the stocks had halted and just said, "Hey, fuck it, it's done." Right? Turns out, we were right. For anybody who thought I was trying to clickbait, the shit's done. Like, we're just waiting hours away from the official announcement now. Think about the impact just the announcement of this for Xbox, right? Play day one with Game Pass says X is blowing up now, right? Think about the overall, just the conversation, the impact that this has for Xbox, right? Everybody talking about Call of Duty, Activision Blizzard will belong to Microsoft. All of a sudden, anybody in the future thinking about the decision that they want to make about an ecosystem or whatever they want to do has to have that in their consideration, because this news is going to be everywhere, right? You're going to see this all over the like stock channels and all that kind of shit, right? The impact that this is going to have on people's minds and the mind share. Talk about mind share for a long time, right? This stuff is going to have an impact. Just alone the news of this, without all the games actually even hitting yet, that from Activision Blizzard. Then what the next game that they announce? What's the next game that they announce? The next thing, let's say they do announce a Guitar Hero, or they announce something else, or whatever games they announce next. The impact from those games will be hit so hard at that time. You know how many people cried when they found out Starfield was actually going to be exclusive? When the naysayers and all the people that were like, Starfield's going to be multi-plat 100%, they're just still saying that shit. Some people can't get it through their fucking thick skulls that Starfield's an exclusive game. Oh, but I still believe that Starfield could one day be on place. Whatever. I don't give a shit. However, these people have been saying that stuff. That's how much of an impact these things have. The next big game that Activision Blizzard announces, synonymous with Xbox. Hands down. No doubt about it. Toe and toe, synonymous with Xbox. This is going to have an impact every single damn announcement that happens from here on out from any Activision Blizzard games, and the mindshare effect will take hold at some point here for anybody that's been like, well, they still don't have any games that matter to me. Well, think about this, okay? If they don't have any games that matter to you, what first-party games came out this year on PlayStation? What first-party games came out this year on PlayStation? The only one really hit this year that you can play without having a fucking PSVR 2 is MLB The Show, and that's in Game Pass, right? So if people still been buying PlayStation 5s like crazy, like they're crack because they're addicted because it's like PlayStation's the best and all this stuff, without any first-party games this year, right? The reason they're doing that is for fucking Call of Duties, it's for Maddens, it's for NBA 2Ks, it's for all that stuff. And Call of Duty has always been one of the biggest to force this. And Call of Duty has been synonymous with PlayStation ever since the PS4 era and going into late PS3 era. Call of Duty has been synonymous with PlayStation ever since then, right? So obviously we know first party doesn't actually matter that much to the PlayStation community. One, because they're not buying the damn games. Software sales have been down this generation. Content and services have been down this generation on PlayStation. People there buying the fucking multiplats. They're buying the casuals. It's like a huge casual audience because the de facto console to buy has been PlayStation. The de facto ecosystem to get into for the casual audience that doesn't know their head from their ass sometimes when it comes to games has been a PlayStation. Now, these people will know Call of Duty belongs to Xbox. And that's one of the games that they play. You're in, you're out, complain about constantly, but still play it. And they've been buying PlayStations just to get the upgrade and shit on that for Call of Duties and stuff like that. That's the biggest one out of all of those games I just mentioned. And it's going to belong to Xbox. Now, that's going to have an effect. Will have an effect. It won't be an immediate, like, all of a sudden everybody's going to sell their PS5s and everybody's just going to buy PlayStations. It's going to have a long-term cumulative effect over the mind share about the brand identity for Xbox versus PlayStation, and people thinking about which things to get or what things to sign up for or what ecosystem to choose. Regardless of how they say, remember when they always said first party was all that mattered? First party was all that mattered. Well, shit, you had one fucking first party game this year that mattered worth a damn, and that's Spider-Man 2, and that's still not out yet. So how important really is first party? Now they're all making excuses about third party exclusives, and they're making excuses about all that kind of stuff, saying, well, those games matter too, right? But they only matter when they're good. They don't matter when a Forspoken drops or when a Babylon's Fall comes out or a Godfall or anything like that. At that point, those are just third-party games. Yeah, it's exclusive, but it's just third-party, not PlayStation's fault. Get a good one, all of a sudden it matters, right? Oh, yeah, look at this amazing pipeline lineup that PlayStation has. There's great games. These deals are going to be harder and harder to get for PlayStation. PlayStation needs their own recurring revenue stream that's great from their own multiplayer games of service and multiplayer franchises. That's why they announced the stupid Concord and Fair Games and all this stuff that nobody's excited about, because they're desperate to make these kind of games. They're desperate to fund studios and development on these kind of games. That's why they bought Bungie, because they're desperate for these kind of games. They need the revenue from those more than they do their own first-party single-player games that they've been selling 3 or 4 times now to the same customers and going to do it again, Last of Us Part 2 Remaster. They need these things. Now, they don't know how to do it. That's the problem. They don't know how to do it. So when they keep selling consoles and they keep selling Xbox 2-to-1 this generation so far, yet somehow their software sales and content and services are down, that's where they make the profit. They hadn't been making the profit on PlayStations. Not very much. Hence, now we got a revision and also a fucking price increase on the PS5 digital. Common sense there. Why do you think they're fucking you? Because they need to make more money on their hardware, because that's what's selling, and the content and services and third-party stuff isn't selling as much, and even first-party isn't selling as much. Especially in a year when you only have one big first-party game, and if you want to count the second one, and MLB The Show, that game's synonymous with Game Pass and Xbox now, because it's a better deal there. So all of these things are happening. That's going to have effect on the mind share. Maybe PlayStation comes out next year and has a killer show. God, I hope so. Because they dropped the fucking ball this year. They had an opportunity at 2 different times to have a great showcase, and they dropped the ball and had the worst showcases they've ever had, in my opinion, for an entire year. The only reason that the second one had any decentness to it is because they had a couple of trailers for the games that we already know about that are coming within the next 6 months or so, and only one of those was first party that was a big game. Like, there's issues there. And the reason why first party matters more so in this case for revenue streams and all that kind of stuff is because they make more money on it. On Call of Duty and these other games, they're only making 30%. You have a hit, successful game that makes money, microtransactions, all this stuff over time, you're making all of it. So they need those games. And now they're losing the biggest milk cow that they had. And Call of Duty belongs to Xbox. They're still going to make their 30%, but synonymous with Xbox is that if the market share swings at all, that's not good for PlayStation. They cannot afford market share swings because they're so dedicated and sold on this ecosystem of the console space is all that matters. And they've been trapped. They're trying to get out now, right? But is it too late? I don't know. How are they going to do it? How do they not have a PC store yet? How are people not asking for cross-buy and all these kind of things? Like, it just doesn't make any damn sense. The only reason they're doing The Last of Us Part 2 Remaster, if you think about it and actually use your brains about this thing, The Last of Us Part 2 Remaster is only happening because they wanted to put the games out on PC. Game was like, what, 3 or 4 years old now? They ain't going to put a 3 or 4 year old port out on PC and be able to expect to charge $60 or $70. No, they need to update it. They're going to have to put work into it. They're going to need to go out and put some effort into it to make it somewhat updated to today's standards. Oh, hence, guess what? Now it's a good idea because we put this work into it and up-res stuff for the PC. Guess what? We're going to go ahead and fuck our PlayStation consumers all over again and resell the game to them as well, right? That's why it's happening. Now, if you had cross-buy from the get-go, if they had launched day and date on PC to begin with, this wouldn't be happening. Guess what? The alternative could be, how about free updates? That's what Xbox does. Jasper says Call of Duty market share has already swung to PC anyway. Yeah, it's already swinging to PC, and it's going to swing a little bit to Xbox. The PlayStation was like the most played place for Call of Duty for a long time, and it still probably will be for a while. But I think that the market share is going to keep swinging, and that stuff's hurting them. It's hurting them pretty bad. Especially when cross-buy, if cross-buy happens on Call of Duty between Xbox and PC, but not on PlayStation. Like, could you imagine if you buy it on PlayStation and you don't get cross-buy for PC, but you get cross-buy on Xbox for PC? Because it's the Xbox store. It's the Xbox storefront. That's why they were able to do that. Like, I don't think if you buy like one of the fucking like Bethesda games on PlayStation, you get it on PC automatically. But you do on Xbox. Like, that's how it should be probably going to go for ABK. Like, you're going to be able to get Call of Duty if they implement this. I'm hoping they do. If they implement this, you're going to be able to buy Call of Duty. You're going to get it on PC. You're going to get it on Xbox. You can play it on the S. You can play it on the X. You'll probably be able to play it in the cloud. You're going to be able to play it on your mobile device. You'll be able to play it on a LG app or whatever as well, and all this stuff. If they end up doing more stuff on all the different handheld devices that are out there, you can play it there too. And buy it once, or guess what? Don't even buy it at all, and you subscribe to Game Pass and get it across all of those, and you don't have to buy Call of Duty anymore. And yet on PlayStation, you're gonna have to buy it for $70. It's gonna make a difference. Money speaks. Value speaks. People say sometimes an Xbox is a budget console or like a value console or whatever. If you, and I don't understand this sometimes, and they try and use it like as like a narrative about like oh, it has lesser quality, it's just a better price, right? So it's better price, lesser quality. That's the kind of conversation they try and have. But you look at the lineup that they put out there in 2023, the amount of day and date games that come into Game Pass, this value of cross buy, cross progression, all this other stuff, cloud saves, and all these other things, right? In Game Pass. But these games are actually good. They're actually great, huge, ambitious games. They're fantastic. The only reason that the value conversation exists is because it's too fucking good of a deal to believe. I honestly sit back sometimes and I'm like, I can't believe this shit. If you were to go to 10-year-old me and tell me that one day as a 40-year-old man, I would be able to spend $15 or $16, whatever they went up, $17, and be able to play these games that look like they do, as ambitious as they are, as great as they are, this many of them, hundreds of games, several of them, most of them, like, or all of them from Xbox coming out day and date, a lot of them from third party coming day and date, day one into a subscription service that's like, costs less than like a large fucking pizza. Like, I would have been like, that's never gonna happen. Yeah, it's crazy. So that's where the value proposition comes in. That's the only reason people talk and use that shit, and they use that narrative. The fact is, they try and throw a quality aspect in there that doesn't actually exist. The more of these games that they play, like Call of Duty, are going to be in there, they're not going to be able to use the argument anymore. Like, they're not going to be able to try and come up with this horse shit to try and downplay the ecosystem. It's done. Like, this is done. You already have an amazing pipeline. Xbox doesn't even need ABK to be successful, right? They don't need this. They don't have to have this. This is advancing and accelerating everything they've been trying to do. This is pushing things forward for them. They already have a killer pipeline going for 2024 and beyond. They already have shit tons of games in the works. They already have all these games going to subscription service day and date. They already have 30 plus million subscribers into Game Pass. They already have all this stuff. They're already profitable, even though people said they couldn't believe that they ever would be with a subscription service like Game Pass. They don't even have to have ABK. But adding it into the mix here is just on another fucking level that other companies just simply can't compete with. And that's absolutely amazing. And we should be happy. Like, ABK didn't go to like an Apple or an Amazon or some shit like that. Like, this is happening to where it's actually going to add value to a company that's proven to give value back to the consumer this generation and last, back when they started doing Game Pass and giving free updates, backward compatibility, all these other things. It's not just about backward compatibility with Xbox anymore. I said this a long time ago. It's about forward compatibility. It's about releasing games that you can have faith in that you're going to be able to play and be upgraded and updated in the future. And that's the kind of shit we can look forward to, knowing you're going to have access to these games in all these different places. Lord Starkiller with a 5 says, Pony's bragging about PS5 sales, but not bragging about PSVR 2 sales numbers. Where the MetaQuest 2 has sold almost 20 million headsets so far. But yeah, the MetaQuest 3 is like all anybody in the VR community is talking about, right? Most of the decent games in PSVR 2 have already been out on MetaQuest for a long time. And there's a couple of like exclusive like PSVR games out there, but not enough to justify buying a $550 device. So there's a lot of disappointment. There's dust collected on those headsets. I'm surprised they can even see through that shit that's so dusty. They're going to get fucking eye infections. Duke Togo says, hope you guys held onto your receipts. I know Dirt is going to be having some kind of stream probably tomorrow, and he's probably going to have like 20 pages of receipts. J-Rock, these guys, these receipt collectors out there, I don't know how they do it. You know, they have like probably a terabyte server database shit, which is full of like idiots' names with folders full of their dumb posts in the past and their little clips of their idiotic statements and shit talking and stuff like that. And they're going to come out full force exposing every single one of them. And I can't wait to see that either. Just stay up all night. I wish I could, man. I wish I could, bro. I really do wish I could, but I can't. Dova says, wait, did the deal go official? I'm lost. Also, go Mavs. Hey, go Mavs. You're right, Dova. So what happened, Dova, to reiterate for anybody that is just tuning in, because we're like been live for holy shit, almost 2 hours now. I saw Destin Legary had made a post, and like I tried to go live. I was literally live within like 10 minutes of his post, I feel like. That he noticed that the Activision Blizzard stocks were halted. So I had put, you know, obviously that we all know what that means. If you're like kind of know at least a little bit about stocks, like that they're being halted because there's a big news coming or whatever, right? So I looked, and yeah, they were halted, and putting that together with what Tom had predicted and said, and Tom Warren's been right on the money all along with this about Friday the 13th being the closing date. They officially halted the stocks tonight, and then while we were live talking about how this is a done deal, like this is over, like the stock being held means it's done, all this stuff, right? Those of you in the chat were kind enough to share that Florian Mueller finally had updated as well on his Twitter and about an hour ago. And he said, here we go. Microsoft is buying Activision Blizzard. Activision stopped trading at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:50 p.m. Eastern Time. The reason code T1 means trading is halted pending the release of material news. Only plausible explanation, CMA will clear, followed by announcement of deal closing. There was no such halt ahead of prior regulatory decisions relating to the deal, but now that we know the EU is fine with the new deal involving Ubisoft, and with the CMA having made it clear that this time around their concerns have been assuaged, it's all too obvious. So Friday the 13th target date is met. It's over. It's like the process has started. Like with the stock thing, they have been notified, and all of that. So they're saying, like, you know what, it's done. Like they've notified the stocks, and they're trading and stuff, that they halted it, and pending news tomorrow. So this official, and people are saying now that it should be like around like 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, roughly, potentially. Kate said, "I'm good. You're not mad." Or are you talking to Jasper? She says, "Understand it's like Christmas for us nerds." Yeah, we love this shit. Got 300 people here, everybody. Appreciate you being here. Hit the like button, share it out, sub, notification bell, all that kind of cool stuff if you like the channel. Tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, Xbox Ultimate Podcast is going to be amazing. Who's going to say the worst tweet tomorrow? What's the prediction? Is it Colin Moriarty? Is it Jason Schreier? Right? Is it like a Dreamcast guy, a MBG? Is it like a Brap? You're saying you're not mad I've been live for 2 hours? Right on. Who's going to make the worst video or post about this tomorrow? Saltiest? Yeah, it's going to be interesting. King Thrash, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, thanks, babe. You hate Xbox, sue me. Hey, that's fine, Alex. You hate Xbox, that's fine. At least you admit it. I have, honestly, if somebody comes out and just says they hate Xbox, I have much more respect for you than these fuckers out there that pretend like they're not biased and just do nothing but shit talk Xbox all the time. Props to you for actually being honest about who you are. I love Xbox. I'm down on PlayStation. I'm down on Nintendo right now. I'm going to be up on Nintendo when they announce their new console, because I'll be finally able to play my games without having to wish I was wearing some kind of glasses that can make the screen not look blurry, right? PlayStation, like, I just wish they had more games that I was interested in right now. But hey, if you hate Xbox, cool. I got nothing wrong with that. You do you. At least you ain't pretending. I got respect for that. I won't sue you for hating Xbox. I don't give a shit what you like and don't like. You guys think King Thrash, JTech? How dare Xbox save me money? Yeah. It's so wrong of them to spend $70 billion to acquire Activision Blizzard, saving them from the brink of annihilation and crumbling under their own weight. So wrong for them to do that and also be able to kind of save the shit that was going down at that studio, at that publisher, but also bring more value to the gamers and the ecosystem. Yeah, shame on them. Shame on them. Can't believe they did that to us. I mean, shit. Can you believe Xbox had the nerve and audacity to buy a gaming publisher and give us a better deal on games? I mean, who the fuck do they think they are? Consolidation. It's just so bad for gaming. This consolidation that's happening everywhere in gaming. This I hate consolidation. Consolidation. Man, damn consolidation. Like, Microsoft can consolidate more than others can consolidate shit. Like, I just hate Microsoft. Stupid consolidators. Monopoly. You're gonna buy everybody? Gonna keep consolidating, buying everything, be a monopoly, own every game studio and publisher? Is that what's happening? It's not fair. Can't do this. It's not fair. Like they're just going to be taking games away from us. They're taking everything away. I don't understand why. Like, why is Xbox buying these things and just trying to take them away from me? Why? Why would they do this? I don't like it. I don't like monopolies. I don't like consolidating. You don't even know the fuck it means. You don't even know what a monopoly is. The only monopoly you know is the fucking Hasbro game, bro. Like, it's just like, it's no fucking right mind mentality about this shit. PlayStation gamers are going to get the same Call of Duty, the same Overwatch, the same Diablo they're getting right now, and they will continue to get those games, support on those games that exist for a long time. And guess what? If you actually may get some benefit, if you get your head out of your ass and realize there's other things out there besides a PlayStation, and go get Game Pass or go get an Xbox or play on your $5,000 PC that you're supposed to have. And guess what? You got a better deal because you have Game Pass, you have cross-buy, all that other shit to take advantage of now that Xbox is owning these franchises, instead of what people are so feel sorry for Activision Blizzard, who many people thought was like one of the fucking worst companies in gaming forever. Thank God they finally got bought by somebody who seems like they have their shit together. Imagine just enjoying gaming. Hell yeah, that's what I want. I just want to enjoy gaming. I want to enjoy these games, and I want them for as good a deal as I could possibly get. But games have to go up. But games have to go up. You know, like, there's like inflation. In 1980, games cost $60 or $50 in 1980. Some games even cost $90 in 1980. Games have to go up. It's just time. Inflation. These are the same idiots that said that all that stuff back then, that caused everybody just did not care that game prices went up, that are saying Xbox can't fucking give people a good deal in Game Pass. Celebrating higher prices, championing higher prices, meanwhile, trashing a good fucking deal. How dare Microsoft go out and buy stuff to give us games in a subscription service for $17 or $16, whatever the fuck it costs. Now, I don't even look at it. It doesn't matter. I make up enough in Microsoft rewards every month to pay for the damn subscription anyway. I don't even know how much it costs. Use all the savings I make on Game Pass, use all the discounts and buy other games and all this other shit all the time. Like, it saves so much money. I like to own my games. You don't own shit. You own a plastic disc that you put in a tray that tells you have the right to download it. Who the fuck cares which way you access your games? These people have been talking shit for so long about this. I like to own my games. I don't like Game Pass. Game Pass will be the death of gaming everywhere. Jim Ryan says, all publishers hate Game Pass. All publishers hate Game Pass. I know this. I've spoken to every publisher out there, and they all hate Game Pass. Meanwhile, publishers left and right keep taking that fucking money to put their games in Game Pass, Jim. If you like to buy your games, cool. Guess what? Game Pass doesn't prevent you from doing that. You know what might prevent you from buying games in the future physically? Technology, because people are moving away from physical media. It's not Microsoft. Best Buy themselves may be pulling out of physical media in 2024. Hey, I don't like it. I want there to be multiple options. But at the end of the day, I'm mostly digital anyway. All I play is digital. Actually, I say mostly, like 99.9% digital. I think the last game I bought on disc was NBA 2K22, just because I had Dirk on the cover, and I actually wanted that for myself because I'm a huge Mavs fan and I love Dirk, right? Like, your disc you buy is cool. If you want to be a collector, I get it. You know, I get it. I feel for you. But like at the end of the day, Game Pass ain't doing that shit to you. Getting rid of the physical. It's technology and time. There may always be a market for limited releases and some kind of physical stuff, but maybe these consoles are going all digital in the future anyway, so I don't know. Maybe there won't be. It's going to be interesting. But you know what I like about digital? You know what I like about Game Pass? When I upgrade my hardware or whatever or play somewhere else, like shit just comes with me. I can't put a fucking disc in my phone. I can't put a disc in my TV app. I can't put a disc in my PC. I haven't been able to do that shit for years. I buy the shit digitally. I get it there, everywhere else. Gets updated for free. Catalog comes with me. I don't have to get off of my lazy fat ass and change the disc if I don't want to on the console either. Game Pass is awesome. Guess what? With Game Pass, you don't even have to buy your fucking games. It's amazing. What? You can play the whole damn things, download them, and you don't even have to buy them? Yeah, that's what it is. Day and date. Day and date, baby. PlayStation Plus is always going to be a piece of shit till they go day and date. We're going to get the benefits of all this stuff with ABK on Xbox. I'll be celebrating. There's going to be those that are crying. Oh, shit. Yeah, we've been live for about 2 hours. Let's rejoice in the amazing moment that's about to happen in about 5 hours. 6 hours, whatever it is. 4 hours, I don't know. ABK, Xbox, let's go. 10 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow night, I'm going to be going live with Xbox Ultimate Podcast with the amazing panel here. And we're going to have a blast because we're going to be able to have all of that shit to talk about that's going to happen tomorrow. It's going to be nuts. Onion Bro says, I got to keep going, Mav. I have no choice now. Yeah, I don't think, I mean, I've had like in the 200s or before, roughly around 200 or 100 something for solo streams before, but I never had 300. We've hit the exact number of 300 a couple times now because this community is hyped as shit about this right now. This community is energized about ABK. This community is excited about what's going to happen with Xbox. This transformational acquisition. And I appreciate each and every one of you being here. Whether you watch live or whether you watch later or whatever, I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope you like the content. We've got multiple shows that we do on most nights on the week. And we have a blast. Duke Togo, member for 3 months, says, the guy is saying tomorrow is going to be a dark day. It's going to be a dark day for some. It's going to be a dark day for some. Darren Hauser, good point, says it's like Blockbuster versus Netflix. We know who came out on top. You either get with the times or you die. You can feel like you're on top of the world. You get cocky. You think nothing can stop you. You think your way is the only way and the best way of doing things, even though things change, times change. You keep sticking to that shit sometimes, you start struggling. You start to fail. Guess what happens if you ain't making enough money, especially in a smaller company? Not to say that Sony's small, but they ain't Microsoft. Man, it's going to be nuts. Yeah, Microsoft Reward Point is playing games pays for itself. Yeah, I literally go on there like once a day and just mess around. It takes me like a minute, maybe not even that. And every month I have enough to pay for the subscription. I just do it when I like in bed at night. I turn on the Xbox like before we watch a show or play a game, whatever we're doing at night, and I just like go to the rewards app, do the little thing, whatever I need to do on there. It takes a minute, done with it. End of the month, more than enough to pay for Game Pass. Punty says, kudos to me for doing this sick show by yourself for more than 2 hours. Wow. Most podcasters can't or don't want to do this, and I don't blame them. It's not for everyone. It depends on the person. I'll say that when I first started streaming, I wouldn't have been able to probably do this, but it takes being comfortable, right? And being energized and feel like you have stuff to say. Like it's fun though. I don't really look at it as like a challenge to be here and talk. Whether that means a bad thing about me, like I like hearing myself talk, I don't know, or whatever, but I like to have the conversations with you guys. I mean, we got like almost 300 fucking awesome people here in the chat that have a shared passion for gaming, for the Xbox ecosystem, for everything that's going on right now with ABK and all this stuff. And it energizes the fuck out of me and gets me like hyped. And that's why I'm able to do it. And it's because of y'all. I can't sit here and talk to myself for fucking 2 hours just rambling nonsense. You guys feed this, and it's all because of you. And I appreciate each and every one of you that are part of the channel and help make us go, or part of the chat. And what I was going to say is also the panel members and everything we have in all of our shows, like family, like brothers and everything to me. And it's that helps fuel it as well, man. But I appreciate the comment, dude. It means a lot. Jeremy Brown says, cook. Let's go. FARK, Microsoft Rewards points allowed me to get the Starfield controller, headset, and wrap all for free. Man, I fucking cannot save up enough. I always spend it. If I have extra, like, I spend it on, like, old games and stuff when they're, like, you know, those, like, 90% off sale. I'm like, oh, I might want to play that one day, and I'll get the game for like $10, whatever. That's what I waste my Microsoft Rewards points on if I'm not using it for the subscription or whatever. But like that's just kind of what I do. I look for deals all the time, and it's like it adds to my library. I like having a large library of games. Like I think I don't even know how many I own on Xbox. But I own a shit ton. I will say that this, like, Game Pass adds a lot of games too that I just have there that I don't have to buy. So that's interesting too. Like, I think I had like 800 or so. I don't know. I'm talking out my ass. I don't even know how many games I got. But I love getting good deals on the games, and then, you know, especially when you have like back compat, it's like a promise. You know, and then like free updates on stuff like FPS boost and like 4K res updates, all that shit. Like, what's the first games we're getting like in Game Pass from ABK? Like, what to Jez Corden from Windows Central's tweet saying that his sources had said that there's going to be actually ABK games dropping Game Pass like almost immediately. Now I don't know what that means, right? But I'm wondering if it'll be like within a week or two, or maybe even sooner. But what does that mean? Like, how many games, which games will be there? Right? I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe the old Call of Duties, like some of the older ones that they can put in there, the ones that they fix the servers on and all that kind of stuff. Maybe like Diablo like 2 Resurrected, right? Something like that could go in there. Maybe they do some special thing with Overwatch. I don't know. Like, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Like 360 games, stuff like that. Maybe it's just easier to flip a switch on that stuff. Maybe Activision's been already kind of working on stuff, or Xbox has, and they said, hey, we have these things ready to go. We've been working behind the scenes. Now that we can make the decision to approve it, we will, right? Because really, you think about this, right? The back compat team, I was listening to Boom earlier, and shout out to Boom, Double Barrel Gaming, Mr. Boomstick, awesome person and great content and shows. But I was listening to him earlier, and he made a good point, like, because he was talking to somebody in his chat, that when Xbox had the back compatibility thing going, they were doing all the work, on those, getting those backwards compatibility games running and working to be able to put out, but they had to get approval from the publishers and everything to be able to put them up, right? So if Microsoft just decided to take into their own hands, guess what? We're going to take these Activision Blizzard games now, and we're going to start doing the work and getting backward compatibility and all these things working, right? Maybe with FPS boost on some and all these other features, who knows, working, hence why those Call of Duty servers maybe were fixed, right? Now, at the second we become the decision maker, no longer Activision Blizzard has control over that, and we just turn that shit on because they can't say no, right? So maybe that's where Jez is coming from. I don't know. But it'll be interesting to find out. Like, Microsoft CEO or Phil Spencer, the head of the gaming division, says, hey, we're putting these games in Game Pass. Nobody can say anything otherwise, and that's just what's going to happen. And like Activision Blizzard's post they made the other day, you had the roundtable thing supposedly that Bobby Kotick had with the ABK team, all this kind of stuff. It's all setting the stage now for this to happen. Tomorrow is going to be the monumental day where it all kicks off, and it's going to be insane. But I will, guys, it's like 10 now, my time, and I would love to stay up all night and just talk shit with you and have a blast waiting for this actual announcement to be made in a few hours. But I do have to go. I have dinner that I got to eat. And I want to thank all of you for hanging out and having a blast with us tonight on the show, on the stream. Remember, we didn't have PM in the PM tonight because Pong Soul had some stuff going on. But that show is usually at 7 p.m. Eastern time on Thursdays. Fridays, Xbox Ultimate tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern, so we'll be live then. So if you want more stuff, come hang out tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern time for Xbox Ultimate Podcast, and we're going to have a blast there. And appreciate each and every one of you guys. And I hope you have a fucking awesome night. And when this announcement goes down tomorrow, relish in the salt. It's going to be pouring. It's going to be everywhere. Relish it. Have a good one, everyone. Take it easy. Peace out. Hey, Jasper's streaming. Hey, you guys want to raid somebody? I've never done this before. I don't even know how to do it. Can I do it here? Redirect. Oh, I'm going to try this. All right. I'm going to try it. We're going to try and do a raid, everybody. I'm going to try and do a raid. I don't know. He's streaming the Call of Duty beta. Okay, Jasper, he's on our panel. He's awesome, right? He's a Call of Duty sweaty also. I'm going to try this for the first time. We're going to try and do a raid to Jasper. Redirect privileges needed. Ask Lore Master Jasper to add you to their live redirect list and community settings. Ah, shit. Yeah. He doesn't have it set up, guys. Womp, womp, womp. I'll put a link here. Everybody go say hi to Jasper. He's streaming some COD right now. I wish we could rate him, but we can't. But anyway, hope you all have a good night. I'll get him to change the settings, so if this ever happens again, we can have him do it next time. Take it easy, everybody. Peace out. Are y'all actually raiding? Let's go. I didn't hit to stop streaming shit yet. Y'all are still in here. I see you starting to raid Jasper's channel. We couldn't bring everybody, but anyway, everybody, thanks for doing that. I appreciate you guys. trying to do a chat swap. You still here? Right on. I'll bring everybody along if you update your settings. But I can't. Yeah. Anyway, everybody here, check out Jasper. He's awesome. He's really good at Call of Duty. So hope you enjoy the stream. I do got to head out though. Everybody, just use the link. It's pinned here to the top. I know that I'm going to leave it on the ending thing for a few minutes, just to give you a chance to head over there. Check out Jasper's channel. He'll be on the panel tomorrow night as well. Have a good one, everybody. Peace out.